Okay, be honest with me. How many times have you been wandering through TjMaxx when you suddenly stumble upon the cutest journal ever, you pick it up and you tell yourself, this time it's gonna be different. Only for you to take it home where it'll collect dust for months on your bookshelf. No shame, I have done it as well and know just how overwhelming it can be to stare at a blank page in front of you trying to figure out what to write. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 different journaling techniques so that way you can find your favorite and finally fill up all of those blank journals you have been collecting. So if that's what you want to see, go ahead and grab your journal, make yourself a cozy beverage. I have a ginger spice tea using my little manatee diffuser. How freaking adorable is he? Anyways, grab yourself a cozy beverage, grab your journal, and let's get to it. The first journaling technique I have for you is probably the easiest one, listing. You can literally have an entire journal just full of your to-do lists that act kind of as an account of your life. Or you could start creating a bucket list of things you want to see or do. You could make a list of all the things you're proud of accomplishing. This is one of my favorite ones in my journal because it instantly hypes me up and reminds me just how capable I am every single month. Or you can go with the most popular list, the gratitude list, which if you've tried this before and haven't found much success, I don't want you to beat yourself up because it can be hard sometimes to find things to be grateful for other than the usual of I'm grateful for my home, or I'm grateful for my health, and I'm grateful for my family, which don't get me wrong, those are definitely things to be grateful for, but you don't want your list to be the same exact thing every day. So I came up with a little prompt to help in my new digital journal, Fill in the Blank, where all you have to do is fill in the blank. So for this page in particular, it says, today I am grateful for something I saw, something I heard, something I smelled, something I tasted, and something I felt. By using all 5 of your senses, it kind of feels like a scavenger hunt every day, trying to find a different piece of gratitude for each of them. So try this journaling technique out for yourself, and if you would like a copy of this fill in the blanket journal, I will link it down below for you. This next journaling technique is similar to creating lists, but with a little bit of accountability. It's called tracking, and you could use this to track your habits, track your workouts, track your meals, track the books you've been reading. You could use this for anything you want to be more consistent with. You could even start a journaling page tracking how well you are consistently journaling every day if you want. And I have to tell you, having that little dopamine hit of filling in the box or putting the sticker on, or in the digital journal world using an emoji, it's that little bit of motivation to get you to keep doing it because you want to fill out the whole page. I personally like to do a daily log that includes a couple different things like tracking my water, sleep, weather, mood, magical moments, intentions, goals, all that kind of stuff is on one page. So every day it's actually really easy to get into journaling because I start out with that page where I just have to plug in a few answers, and then I can get into gratitude, future scripting, free writing, all the other techniques we are about to talk about. This next technique is probably the reason why a lot of people don't get into journaling, because they feel like it would be too difficult, but it's actually the most freeing technique. And that is free writing, where you literally just dump out onto the page whatever's going on in your head. And I find this really helpful when I am stressed or overwhelmed to just get it all out of my head and onto the page so that way it's not taking up all that mental space. But I do have a tip if you're using free writing for stress. Do not go back and read it. The whole point of this was to get it out of your head, so don't put it back in there by reading it. You can also use free writing though for connecting with your spirit guides and intuition if you're a little bit more spiritual like I am. And I talk a lot more about that in this video in particular, so I will leave that linked here for you. But it basically starts out by writing on your page, Dear Intuition, and then just letting your pen flow and see what comes up for you. Again, I talk more about that technique in this video, so make sure to check that out after this one. Just like we did with our last technique of writing Dear Intuition at the top of the page, this one is all about writing letters. I find this so helpful, especially when it comes to my healing journey, because sometimes we don't get to say the things that we're really feeling, or we're not sure how to process the thoughts and emotions. So getting to write them down as if it's a letter we're going to send to that person, or even to ourselves, is so therapeutic. I can't even tell you how many letters I've written to my inner child, or even my body, just sending them a little bit of extra love. And what I really enjoy about this practice, especially if you are journaling on a past situation or someone that you're struggling to forgive, is after you're done writing it, you can then rip up the paper, burn it, flush it down the toilet, get rid of it in some way to fully release it. And our last journaling technique is one of my favorites for manifestation: future scripting. So in the last technique, we were writing letters as our present selves, usually to our past or something going on right now. But with future scripting, you write a letter from the perspective of your future self, who already manifested whatever goal you are going after. And if you're not really sure how to do this, don't worry. I created 7 different templates for this inside of the fill in the blank journal. Because like I said, it is one of my absolute favorite techniques and has helped me manifest my house, dream clients, so many different goals on my vision board. And it is so fun to be able to go back and read these letters I wrote months ago and see these things actually playing out now. And those are the 5 different journaling techniques I use every single month. And I would love to hear which ones you are going to try down in the comments below. And if you're still like, Tara, I'm not really sure what to write, or I'm just way too busy in the morning, no worries, I've got you covered with the fill in the blank journal. Inside, you're going to find 25 different tap and type templates, where literally all you have to do is fill in the blank on any phone, any device, anywhere, anytime. It literally could not be simpler or more adorable. So make sure to grab your copy down in the description below. And if you would like to keep hanging out with me here on YouTube, click this video here where we'll talk about 4 different monthly spreads I always include in my journal.